Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Borderline Hooligans podcast. To the right of me, I have Brennan.
Ahoy, ahoy.
To the right of him is Savannah.
Hello.
To the right of her is Brady.
Present.
And to the right of him is Alex.
Booga booga, motherfuckers.
My name is Aaron, and welcome back to the Mother Podcast.
You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as BL Hooligans. You can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Spotify, and many other, by many, I mean like 2 other podcast platforms. It's Borderline Hooligans. And as always, if you're curious, we're on a social media page. Please just look up Borderline Hooligans. It's not hard. I'm sure you can find us. Make it very simple to find people.
Here?
Yeah, and it made it an editing nightmare having 6
Rat Meth
microphones
Man?
on this fucking computer.
Rat Methman.
You a rat meth man?
Hey, rat Methman.
Yeah, that was something that we used to say was Rat Methman.
Because Brennan's got that thing for taking words and flopping the first letters of them.
Kind of like it's bass backwards.
That one was one that I always enjoyed.
I love that one.
That's one of my
Ass
favorites.
Backwards is
One of my favorites.
a classic.
And then Brennan was always a fan of Dickersnoodle.
Dickersnoodle, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too. just
I
forgot about
still
that
to
one.
this day will call jet skis Sketgies.
Get G, yeah.
Sketchy.
At G.
I see them like anytime we're up in Michigan on vacation. Sometimes I honestly don't even think about it. I just call them Sketgies.
Oh, it's just like me with close only counts in hand shoes and horse grenades.
You can't say it right anymore. It's
I have to,
Think about it.
yeah. Close only
Think
counts in hand shoes and horse grenades.
no.
Nope.
I see we got ass destruction again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ass destruction.
Or it's like me
Uh,
and my dad, anytime we would see the word Clarence, we'd be like, oh, Clarence is here. Didn't know that.
Or
I have
clearance,
no clue who
clearance.
that guy is, whatever. But now, anytime I see the word clearance, I just say Clarence. Like,
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's
There we
correct.
go. I got it.
woo!
So Brady,
Uh-huh.
I've seen a bunch of this in the fridge.
LOL.
He's gonna
Lols.
hate it.
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's an IPA.
Yeah.
Read it first, please.
We've got Voodoo Ranger Experimental IPA. I've seen this stuff around. I don't know about the experimental stuff, but
I literally am just trying Voodoo Ranger out.
It's just a can of crack.
that's the experiment.
They have it. Crack in a can.
Ooh, that's an interesting smell.
Oh,
I don't know
smells
how
like
to
an
I haven't
Yeah.
even had one of these yet, so
It's odd, that's for sure.
I'm going to guess this is going to be down where the craft citrus.
I'm guessing this is going to be the bottom of the list.
You're gonna guess wrong. I don't think it tastes good, but the flavor goes away quick, and that's not something I can say for most of these.
Oh.
Usually they linger on and taste like ass forever. Trying to think what some of the others, these other things tasted like to put them on the.
Brady, you don't even know what real ass tastes like.
Hmm.
Do you?
No
We're
comment.
not talking about me. This isn't something we're talking
Nice.
Well,
I know it's definitely better than like Budweiser.
Really?
Definitely.
Whoa.
damn.
I told you it's better than most of the things on this list because it doesn't taste bad for long. I would say right just below Bush Apple.
Wow.
That's pretty high up.
Yeah.
Did not expect that whatsoever.
I didn't either. I
It
expected
actually
this to be about
smells like more interesting than it tastes.
Would you like to have a double header?
I mean, I see what you're aiming for.
Rolling
here.
Rock. Pride of Latrobe, PA.
I mean, you guys could always spread them out so you don't have to think of more things. But that's
Oh,
up
we
to
got.
you.
I got 8 new things in my fridge alone, Brady.
I seen them.
is the
They're all
Voodoo,
Voodoo Ranger.
is the
aren't they?
Voodoo
No.
Ranger series.
Oh no.
5 of them are Voodoo Ranger.
All right, so we got Rolling Rock,
Rolling Rock.
extra pale. It says
Extra pale ale.
premium beer.
Mhm.
Is that correct, or is that just like
I
something
sure
they say?
think it is.
Okay. Is this a cheap beer or is this not a
A
little more expensive than normal stuff?
Mid-range kind of.
I think it's cheaper because not so many people buy it. It's not cheap because
Old man beer.
Well,
Get it out of my face.
We're waiting.
No, I mean it's still not like absolutely in your face the worst thing ever. Definitely would probably not pick that over Voodoo Ranger though, because the flavor's stuck in my mouth.
The flavor sticks with you, yeah. It's good.
I'm gonna say just above Budweiser.
Damn.
Damn.
Since fucking when do you drink beer?
She was curious.
You wanna
That's
try
not
the
the
IPA?
worst beer I've had.
Want to try the
Me
IPA
neither.
as well?
Sure.
Anybody wants to try that, feel
Pass
free.
it around.
Because I don't think any of us have ever had that.
No.
Oh,
The smell.
Oh.
Am I right? It's different. That's for sure.
Here, it probably just smells like regular IPA. It's
I don't care for
Oh,
IPAs.
try one of those in the future, perhaps.
Did I tell you about the shirt that my dad has?
No.
It says like so. It has in big letters IPA.
Oh, trust me, I'm
but
not
it
a huge
says
fan of it
IP
either.
a lot when I drink.
Pass it
Dad thinks
back.
that's the funniest thing
There's-
ever. I didn't think it was that bad.
Mhm.
If
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
just-
think it was that bad, it can't
That's
be
just
that bad.
IPA.
It's just an
style,
IPA.
That's all it is.
It's all as it is.
All right, what makes it an IPA? Somebody's gonna have to explain
India
that.
Pale
to me.
Ale.
Yeah.
So it's just a type of.
So basically,
It smells just like the one beer I used to.
yeah. And they all kind of smell like that because they're all going to be about the same. Just
Yeah.
I'm not
Different
gonna bother
varieties.
trying it. Just
So basically,
because.
I believe how an
Yeah.
IPA worked. So you had original pale ales, and then like they would bring them on board ships, and then they would spoil. So basically, they changed up the recipe so that way they wouldn't. And that's where you get the India Pale Ale because it was on trips to India that were too long for the beer to last. That
So
they
does-
came with the recipe.
So does this stuff still not like spoil, or is that not a thing? that
It just
happens
lasts
anymore?
longer.
Okay.
I think it's just coming back more or less because of the whole craft brew thing.
Yeah,
that's
so
been
like
going
it's become
through.
very popular with craft breweries. Like pretty much everyone does that, and for some reason people like them. I think they all kind of taste the same.
Yes.
They kind of smell a little like feet,
I did
taste-
not smell.
and the
feet when I
taste is
smelled
in there.
They
somewhat.
taste like weed smells.
I did not smell that
That's
either.
debatable.
It tastes like what weed smells. Trust me.
that. I swear we're all smelling a different drink all of a sudden.
It just
'Cause he
smells
says
No,
weed.
I'm not saying
he
it's-
says weed.
No,
I don't
I'm not
smell
s-
any of that.
I'm not
I smell it
saying.
one more time.
I'm not saying it smells like weed. I'm saying it tastes like what weed smells like.
No, I don't get no feet smell on that. That almost smells like it's almost got this weird.
It's very hoppy.
You know when
it smells green.
it to me it almost
It
smells
does.
like
It smells green. It smells hoppy. It
it's gonna
smells like
sound
hops.
funny, but it smells like some kind of smell that I don't know mixed with electrical fire smell.
Oh no!
Smell.
Literally, to me, it
That
smells
smelly
like
smell that smells.
hop plants because
Smelly.
my,
Anchovies!
I don't know if he still does, but my uncle had hop vines growing up the side of like one of those like decorative patio things. It's made of wood that has like the angle bits on the side and just a 2x6.
Just for a plant
and-
to grow
yeah.
up to.
Finish the rest of that.
Yeah, it smells like that, and it tastes like what weed smells like. If that makes sense.
So it just smells like plants.
Yeah, but it doesn't taste like regular plant.
Definitely does not taste like plants.
I know why I like.
Why?
Why?
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
So it kind of like has like a little bit of like carbonation, and it feels like I'm drinking a seltzer, and that's why I think I
Oh.
like it.
Sav likes Rolling Rock. That's what that was about because she needed to ask for more.
Old man beer.
We're gonna get her hammered on a 30 rack of that shit.
30 rack rolling.
They
Rock.
sell it. Gross shit.
Write that one down.
I'm
Wow.
gonna sign.
It'll
Like,
be okay.
I'm gonna
You
put
do it
paper
too.
in front of all of y'all, and anytime anybody messes up, they have to write it down.
You probably should, so that we don't have to say, "Hey, write it down."
I
Every
feel
time.
like Alex should have the power to whip someone.
Thing is, he does it just as much as the rest of us.
So
So, so
He
I'll probably
almost
do
does
it
it
more
more.
He
often.
does it
to
a
be
lot more
honest with
because,
you.
like, I hardly ever do it, and Alex.
I've gotten better.
I have to
that
write
one
it
episode was
down all
very
the
bad
time.
for you. That one episode was very bad for you.
A lot of the recent ones, like at first, I was very good about it, but it
Yeah.
seems like the further we go on, I guess I just get more comfortable.
You just go downhill.
Yeah.
like his life.
Ah,
My life is on the up and up. And
Oh
it's
man,
been
why you
for a
gonna hate on
minute.
him like that, man?
At least I think so. I mean, it's kind of plateaued recently,
Oh
but
man.
it
Come
seems
on,
like there's,
man.
but it seems like there's a hill in front of me I can climb. So
Yeah.
That's a odd metaphor, but all right. All I know is I got Plateau by Nirvana stuck in my head now, though.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
So, has anybody here seen Monty Python's The Life of Brian?
I've wanted to,
No.
but I know parts of it. I might know the part you're talking about if you're wanting to bring it up.
Okay. So, there's this part that is like when did those movies come out?
The mid 70s. So Holy Grail was like 75. This was 76, I would say.
Okay, so you're about dead on the money earlier.
You're
then,
pretty
Aaron.
close, yeah.
There is a joke in there where there's a dude who wants to be a woman
Yes.
because he wants to have babies. That is so ahead of its time. That is so ahead of its time. 50 years ahead of its time.
Just
40 years ahead of its time, whatever.
oh, have a baby. What?
And from now on, I want you to call me Roretta.
Oh, love it. Love it.
And women.
It's a bucket list film. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet. But
I watched it last night.
That's
and
only funny to two-fifths of the people here.
it's hilarious.
I find it more funny that Alex said the correct number of years first and then backed off and said the wrong
Right?
Yeah, I thought the same.
You were like 50 years, and then you started talking
Well,
like
no,
40
the
years.
reason I said 40 years is because
I mean, it's almost 50 years.
no,
You're
no,
closer to
not,
50
not
than
that.
40.
Not I'm saying literally that joke would have been in time 10 years ago.
Okay.
Is what I was referring to, not doing my math wrong.
So an excuse.
Excuses.
Yeah.
You know what, Brady? The day that you can read my mind and actually see my thinking,
I'd
you
probably
realize
blow
how
my
often
fucking
these
head
are
off.
I was just gonna say
excuses.
I'll blow my brains out probably.
No one wants to be inside your fucking head.
Nobody wants
Alex.
to
No,
see that.
they don't. I don't want to be in my own fucking head, but here we are.
Randy Orton's
Oh.
theme song begins to play.
Oh, darkness, my
Not that
So-
song, but all right.
All the thoughts that you have in your head, Brennan, are you 100% happy with all of your
Oh,
thoughts?
absolutely not.
Hence, I don't want to be in my own head.
But is anybody?
No, that's
So
why
Means
would-
you have room to improve.
we all have room to improve.
that's a constant fact of life, there, Brady.
It's always up.
Yeah, drink your water.
Listen here, bitch.
Damn. Brady just chose violence.
Yeah, you didn't even get a listen here, buddy.
Speaking of violence, Brady, Cam
My
sent
buddy.
me this today.
Uh-oh.
Aaron's brother Cam sent me this today. And it was a recording of Nirvana singing who knows what song. I didn't hear what song it was because the caption was if Nirvana was actually good, and they were playing Rockstar over it.
Okay.
By
So-
Nickelback?
Yes.
Who decided? Who in their right mind decided, yes, Nirvana, trash. Nickelback, though. Like, Nickelback's got good songs.
See, that's what I thought because I also don't really care for Nickelback all that much. I'm like, this is kind of funny, and I thought of you instantly, and I almost sent it to you, but I didn't because you always
Nickelback's a good, like,
never get the
5
notifications.
songs. Good to go. Nirvana's got at least 10.
You know, I really don't listen to Nirvana a whole lot.
You're a Nickelback guy. I know you are.
I am a Nickelback guy, but
Fuck.
I actually have a funny story that relates to Nickelback.
Oh,
So, Brady, you remember my old neighbor in that clubhouse that they had?
Oh, yeah.
At one point, for his birthday, his aunts got him a bunch of Nickelback CDs.
As you do for,
that's a blessing and a curse.
for a, like, 12-year-old kid.
And we were listening to them outside, and he's like, "This is kind of trash." I'm like, "Yeah, it's Nickelback." And so we took nails and these CDs and nailed them to the wall.
wow.
When I was a kid, I liked Photograph by Nickelback so much. Dad had it on, like, whatever CD had it on it. We would just, like, when we worked in the shop, he would just play Photograph by Nickelback on repeat.
That sounds like hell.
For my dad's sake, he probably hated life. But for me, I enjoyed every minute of it.
That's like
guys-
the worst song that Nickelback has.
You guys
No,
have
definitely not.
Definitely is.
No, no, no.
I doubt it.
I guarantee you,
Okay,
there's
it's
some
not.
unheard of song.
Okay, one of my most hated songs
Because
from
it's
Nickelback.
played too much.
yes.
I just look at this photograph.
Do you remember the memes they used to make about those?
The memes were fucking hysterical.
Look at
from-
this graph.
Yes.
Those were really good.
Oh, do you guys like still have songs that you just have to put on repeat every once in a while?
I don't repeat songs anymore. No.
Yes.
Every now and again, there's a song that I just feel, hey, another, please.
No, I have a lot of songs every once in a while I just put on repeat.
I don't
mean, you
want to
guys have
ruin them
seen
for
that.
me. I used to have a CD that my aunt burned for me back when you burned CDs.
You can
That
still
was
do that.
it was just yeah, back when people really did it. Nowadays people don't really do that.
You guess the last time I burned a CD?
Last week.
A little too close, but
Oh no.
Month?
like a year and a half ago was
That's
the last
closer
time
than
I
I
burned a
thought.
CD.
That's closer
know
than I suspected.
Well, my aunt burned me this CD and all it had on it was Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts 4 times in a row.
Hell yeah.
And I listened to that. I had one of them little portable CD players.
Mm-hmm.
I'd fucking put on them
Walkman.
shitty ass little earmuff headphone things and listen to it on repeat days on end.
Like, I've been listening to some of these like AI created parodies or covers, I should say. And you bring up Life is a Highway. I heard Dr. Doofenshmirtz do Life is a Highway the
That's
other
gotta
day.
be neat.
It's actually pretty good, and that's one of the better AI voices I've heard because some of them are not great. I will
I've
say.
been getting on my TikTok a lot of AI Eric Cartman.
Mine is Patrick
Of course you
Star,
would.
AI.
No, but you know what's really funny about burning CDs? That's how we got the first 6 Star Wars movies was because my aunt burned her copies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we had written in Sharpie what they were.
Nice.
I'm still very proud of myself for having my VHSs.
Do you even have a VHS player?
No. You know why I have them?
Because they're worth money.
No.
Sentimental value.
That and episode 6.
Yeah, because Anakin's not. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I didn't even think
Yeah.
about that.
I still have a VCR. I've got fucking the original Pokemon movies and shit that I refuse to
right.
give up on VHS.
My brother stole ours from my parents.
Ours broke at mom and dad's years ago, and it wasn't until like 4 years ago that mom got a replacement, and that was just literally to pull old home videos. I don't even know if she still has it.
My freaking brother. So he stole the VCR thing. Okay. He stole our PS2,
Ooh, fuck.
right?
I'd be throwing hands.
And our Sega.
Ooh,
I don't
extra,
Okay, yeah, I'd definitely be
extra
throwing
hand
hands.
throwing going on.
I
Yeah.
tried to steal my dad's Sega, and he was about to throw hands with me.
I believe that.
Like, I know my dad's, like, you guys have all met my dad. My dad's not that big into games or anything like that. But he's really the one that introduced me to video games, too, at the same time, though. It's weird.
Yeah, Dad, I'm just gonna take this. The fuck you are.
Yeah, that was the conversation.
you son of a bitch.
Piece of shit.
It was literally, hey,
Goddamn fucker.
Listen, fuckhead.
You fucking
crossed
crossed the
the
line. Get through your goddamn fucking head.
Oh,
we ought to
man.
put that piece of paper in here.
I'll kick your ass, you son of a bitch.
I need to learn that.
Well, me and Brendan one night wrote it down at the bar on a piece of paper. It's sitting in my room.
I know.
It took a couple of times to actually listen through to like write down everything because I were laughing so hard because it's got the Avengers theme playing in the background.
It does.
That is the best version of that. And
But-
unfortunately, you have to go to a longer version to actually get the full context when somebody called him out as like a Russian agent, which obviously is not true, but hilarious.
Anywho, anyhow,
Anymore,
the
Just
first
any
time
whore.
any old
Any of
whore,
them?
I mean, yeah.
You guys stole that from me.
you
I didn't
were
steal
yelling
shit, I
at
don't
us
say
at one
it.
point to use it.
No, I think
Yes.
it's whenever we live streamed. I was like, any whore. And
Yes,
I would do it in a like
Yes, you did
British
it then.
accent.
You did it then. And then when we started recording, anytime we said anywho, you went any whore into your microphone directly afterwards. So we now can't.
Yeah, it's almost like you were correcting us the entire time. It's like, okay, yeah, that's what we say now.
Yeah.
Now she gets mad because we
Alright.
say
Say
it.
it was
You guys
bad.
stole it.
Back to the Sega talk.
Just another thing stolen from me.
It's just like my Sega.
Anyhow. First time I ever played video games was on that Sega Genesis.
Ooh.
We played a 6-pack that had Golden Axe on it, and that was my dad's favorite game.
What
of
is
all time.
Golden Axe exactly?
It is a 2D platformer. It's kind of like you get power-ups and stuff. It's like Street Fighter in single player.
Okay.
Like the earlier Street Fighters is what is I compare it to it a lot, but different storyline obviously and different abilities and blah blah blah.
First time I played video games, I swear there's probably thousands of people that relate to this. Fucking SpongeBob plug and play where the joystick was
Yep.
his nose.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Love it.
Love that.
My cousin had it, and we went over there and played it, and I was like, holy fuck, I need one of these tomorrow. Like, right now, this has got to be a thing. And my dad went to Walmart and fucking bought me one like a month later.
I want to know how much those went for. 'Cause,
I still
like,
have mine.
mine. Someone broke the fucking nose.
Fucking
Probably Cam.
They gave SpongeBob a fucking nose job, and I
And have
wasn't
you
here
seen how
for
many
it.
controllers Aaron's gone through?
Yes.
She's never seen me break any.
Well,
Yes. Yet.
He's a changed
You-
man.
you are
Grown.
aware of how
I've-
many he's broken.
I've heard of them.
But,
I've seen the hole in his wall
I
at
get-
his parents' house.
That wasn't a controller. That was my fist. That's a completely different story.
I'm guessing that it was a habit that started young.
all right, Kyle, have another monster
I want
over
to
there.
say I was when I put that hole in that wall. I was either 15 or 16.
Too grown to be putting holes in a wall.
No,
I was
it
a
was actually
freshman.
really popular.
Yes.
No,
Freshman in high school.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
It's a very difficult time, Sav.
You,
You
Sav,
guys are playing a video game.
Sav, do you know how many people in our friend group at that point in time bragged about putting holes in their walls with their fists?
Hey, that is a red flag to me.
okay,
No
so
You never said we
offense.
hung out with
Says
good
the
people.
one who's engaged to this man.
He's a changed man.
He's changed.
Aaron, you won't go home right now and punch a hole in your wall. Bet. No balls.
I'm not, because I'm not going to fix it.
Brady, I bet you
I'd rather not.
It's his
no
house
balls.
now.
You won't go stick your dick in your wall when you get home.
That's
Folks, and you
hot.
already have a glory hole.
Yeah, I'm saying
Damn.
go put your dick in it.
Oh, that's what you do.
Gonna be waiting there for a minute for anything to happen.
I don't know. You might have a resident mouse.
There we go. Yeah, it doesn't go through the other side of the wall. It's just in the wall.
So
That's
okay,
yep.
okay.
I
You
love
act
the
like
way
you
the
can get through the
insulation
wall.
feels.
I mean,
Fiberglass insulation.
That's very true.
Actually, I cannot stand fiberglass
Okay,
insulation.
that would-
All right,
That
I'm
would
gonna
probably-
head out.
That would be awful.
I swear, if I look at fiberglass insulation the wrong way, it fucking sticks in my arm. I hate
Dude.
that shit.
I have a fiberglass extension ladder at work, and my
Oh.
boss absolutely fucking refuses to get a new one. And it's getting to the point where like it sticks me whenever I use it. I used it for like 3 hours today, and I want to fucking die.
When I was a kid, my dad found a bunch of old arrows from work for me to use in my bow that he also found from work. And I didn't realize that they were fiberglass. I didn't know what fiberglass was at the time. I'm just fucking playing with these arrows. And all of a sudden, I'm like, why do my hands feel spicy? Like,
Spicy
Spicy.
hands.
my hands, no matter what I touched, hurt. Because I had fiberglass splinters everywhere because these
I guess the
arrows were
Mhm.
fucked up.
I guess the trick to get fiberglass splinters out of you is you take shaving cream and then like a credit card, and you like act
So
like
you
you're
basically shave them out.
yeah.
Hmm.
I've never tried it. It's just something I saw.
I've always
on
just
the internet.
washed the shit out of that general
Yeah.
area.
Normally, I just take a long enough shower where they can fall out.
So, Brady, have you ever used the fiberglass glory hole?
The fiberglass glory hole sounds terrible.
It sounds absolutely terrifying.
Brady the next day, my dick burns, but for a completely different reason.
So, doctor, I don't know what happened. But it
Just woke
burns.
up, fiberglass everywhere.
It burns real bad. Well, Brady, you ever stuck your dick in a fiberglass glory hole? I've been there too,
No,
son. I've
no.
been there too, son. Sometimes it gets the best of us.
moves a chart, and there's one right there.
The fiberglass glory hole beckons.
He literally just moves the hospital bed over to the side. I've been there too, son. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo.
We all have our weak moments.
I don't know what the fuck to say to that.
The old fiberglass glory hole.
I've got fiberglass dick.
Shit.
Fiberglass.
I got fiber dick.
Fiber dick.
It's good for the colon.
My dick is insulated.
Got enough fiber in your diet?
Oh,
I ate 2 granola bars today, so yeah, I have plenty of fiber.
Does fiber one
He has
still
fiber
exist?
coming out of his ass.
Does the company Fiber One still exist, or is that?
I have no
I would
idea.
imagine so.
I
What
think
the
so.
fuck is Fiber One?
It used
It's
to be
like a-
just like fucking granola bars that
Yeah,
they have a bunch of
basically.
extra fiber in
Oh.
them.
You get your fiber from granola bars. I get mine from glory holes. We are not the
Okay.
same.
We are not the same. Not even the same kind of fibers.
No.
I get mine from ladders. Fuck
Facts.
off.
Just so you know, Brennan, my dream car, Corvette, you know what those are made out of, right?
Fiberglass. Don't you have a pole cue that's fiberglass?
I do. I forgot about that.
That's where all your fiberglass
That's
is
the
coming
opposite, though. I use that for the other way. You stick that in,
The back end,
yeah,
the back door. if
fiber
you
in
will.
both ends.
from. Brady,
you know?
I can definitely see you trying to shove that up your
That
dick.
sounds absolute. Oh, I was
Ooh.
not imagining that. That's terrible.
There's actually people who pay prostitutes to do that to them with like little metal spikes
Oh,
with a hammer.
I would. Oh,
You talk about things that
so
Can I
much
try it?
worse.
sound
No.
painful.
No, I do not want to. Why are you asking that in this
no.
room? If you had a dick, you would know the imagination of that pain that we are going through right now.
Love
I
you.
think Sav's a sadist.
I think Sav's turned on and wants some freak.
No.
Okay.
There we go.
You guys notice how quick I was to react to that and saying fucking no?
Yes, meaning you've probably been asked similar questions.
Mm-hmm.
Not similar questions.
I see how it is.
Oh.
Oh, she's got to get into detail.
What's
about-
similar questions?
Sav, are you into BDSM?
No.
More the question of, I should peg you. Be like, no.
Oh.
All of the
Oh.
time, it's a joke because I know how uncomfortable it makes him feel.
That's kind of funny.
That is hilarious.
No, I know
actually.
it's all a joke, but I'm just saying it's the same basis.
I'm
'Cause of
like,
all the
the
times-
G-spot for men is
It's a
in the
joke until he
butt.
says yes. You know that, right?
They just go, ah.
The two,
Ah, never mind.
the two things I got from my old coworkers that he used to say all the time was, "Well, it is ass eating season during the winter," and then
Mhm.
the other one was, "Well, the male G spot isn't the anus." Those were his two random sayings he would say.
Except ass eating season is open season.
You don't want
He
swamp
talks
ass.
a lot about eating ass for not eating ass.
Damn.
I think it's
he
just
wants to eat ass.
It's like
Sav,
everybody
okay?
does. Though, like
I
it
honestly
tastes like
just
ass,
like
you know?
talking about it because it's funny and makes people uncomfortable.
Oh,
It's like, it is funny, but the
That's
thought
cute.
of actually doing it is kind of disgusting.
feel
Brennan,
like it's
you'd be the guy to bring a spoon to an ass eating session, all right?
Of course.
Remember, I don't even know what the name of the song was. Remember when there was a song like it was really popular where they talked about gotta eat the booties like groceries? There was a song.
what you're
It was
talking
on
about.
Vine
Mhm.
a lot.
Oh.
They gotta eat the booty like groceries.
Yeah.
well, just look at
you gotta eat the booty like
Mr. Clean.
groceries.
He's got it.
Yeah.
just look at Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean has something about ass
Mr.
eating
Clean.
season.
Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is that in
it's-
that song? Because I was
yeah,
thinking
there's
of
a
different
line
song.
that goes, "But I eat my girl's ass when she had
Okay,
a bad
no,
day."
it's I eat the booty. I ain't even gotta say I'll eat my girl's ass if she had a bad day. I do know the line. I
It's
thought that was in a
called-
different song.
No,
it's
that's
called
Mr.
Post
Clean.
to Be by Chris Brown.
Yeah, supposed to be. That's right.
I don't know if I would have ever got that.
But he gotta eat the booty like groceries.
I used to be on Vine quite a bit. Classic.
Mhm.
Bless her.
Any whore.
I like potatoes.
I'm just about ready to take his mic privileges again.
Why? I'm not that bad this time. Plus, you're not trying to get me to figure out whether I want to see my mom and my aunt having sex or my dad and
No, it's
twin brother having
hypothetically,
sex.
Hypothetically. Because I was just going to bring that up, actually.
I knew as soon as the mic taking
Hypothetically.
away came up that was going to get brought up, so might as well beat him to the
Is it
punch.
just because Skittles said something the other day?
Yeah. But I think it's healthy to bring it up every now and again, just to keep it in
Healthy.
his mind, you know.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Brennan.
I need a.
I don't know what you did during health class, but the other day we were at work and there were some of the younger guys talking, and one of them was like, "Yeah, we learned that in drug class," and I was like, "Hold on, back up," and I was like, "What'd you just say?" He was, "Yeah, we learned that in drug class." I was like, "What the fuck?" They don't go to the same school as we did. And I was just like, what the fuck is drug class? It's like, you know, you learn about drugs and stuff. Like, we learned about that in health class. You know, something normal people say, not drug class.
Drug class.
I have a whole class devoted to drugs.
I don't know if it was a whole class or if that's just what they called health class. I don't know.
Would hope not.
Drug class sounds like somewhere you would go to learn how to make damn good drugs.
That's chemistry.
I can.
My chemistry teacher,
Not
sorry,
necessarily.
our chemistry teacher told us exactly all the ingredients you need to make meth.
Let's go make some meth and make some bank.
Didn't ours admit
Ours
to
said something similar. He just
Pretty
He
sure
knew how to
he
make
said
it
that-
and
No,
knew
he said he had all the ingredients.
Yes, that's what it was. He had all the ingredients to be able to do so.
But for legal reasons, I won't.
Yeah, he also
Or did he
refused
say
to tell
used to
Nate-
because he can't get some of the stuff anymore
Yeah,
because of
some of the stuff he can't get anymore because of Jared's law.
Ever since that kid got clapped by that folding
table?
table at school, you
Which-
can't get the chemicals to
This
make
is the
meth
literal
anymore.
definition of domino effect that a folding table results in the banning of certain chemicals from chemistry. Like, how the hell does that work?
Did he get high off him or what?
No, like
Got burned, like
Oh.
chemical burn, right?
no, he got killed by like a folding table.
You know, like the tables in a
cafeteria.
cafeteria, they
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fold up or whatever. Well, I guess there must have been some type of table where this kid was sitting on it, and it like accidentally folded up and fucking killed this kid. And after that happened, they like completely reformed what was and was not allowed to be done in the school. So it led to them like banning certain chemicals. They just made it all big safety, and I guess Jared's law.
Yeah, because Jared
that's
was the name
weird
of the kid.
because the school that I was at had folding tables at one.
No,
Well, yeah, but they're probably a different type.
different type of folding
Right.
table.
So it basically regulated what you, like, what kind of folding table you could have. Like, they had
This
to
is
be
probably-
like
Like
certain
most of them-
standard.
So if the top of your table, most of your folding tables fold like this, right?
Yeah.
If this is the top of my hands is the
Yeah,
top of the tables, and
Yeah.
I've put my elbows together, putting my
Right.
palms together, that's probably the same tables you're thinking of.
yeah.
These ones that probably killed him were spring loaded, and if my hands are the top of the skin, and I put my back of my fingers together and put my elbows.
Oh, got it.
You see,
Yeah.
I don't know how long ago this happened.
Oh, I have no
Was this a
idea.
'90s thing or like?
Yeah, I really have no idea how long ago this
Can
happened.
you look up when Jared's law?
When,
Yeah.
man, when Coke was still out at school.
Because if our chemistry teacher still remembers it, like, I mean, it could have been a good long time ago, but
It was a simpler time.
I am just now learning about it. So
I don't remember where I learned about this at. Really not
I mean,
sure.
I really didn't even know about it until
Didn't we learn about it in
Chemistry.
government class?
I don't know.
It
if
could have
we did
been
or
in
not.
chemistry that I learned this.
I don't remember this at all. So
But it is weird that just some random. folding-
2003, due to the death of Jared Bennett at
Oh wow, it's a lot more recent than I thought.
Louisiana Wright Elementary School
But
in
it was
Lebanon,
repealed.
Ohio. What?
In 2009, it was repealed.
Really? Apparently, they still follow a lot of the rules.
Well, it's probably like if you can afford it, do it thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I would imagine by that point, there had already been some that had
Swapped.
made certain swaps and gotten rid of other things. So
Did this kid die in Ohio?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Oh
that.
shit! I did not know that.
Is it an Ohio law?
yeah, I'm pretty sure
I'm
it's
pretty
just
sure
a
it's
state
just an
law.
Ohio law.
Oh really? So you
Because
can go to
federal-
the other states and buy the
Yes.
chemicals you need to make meth.
So federal
Yeah.
government does not have that much touch over school. The only thing
Mhm.
they can really touch is health code. Hence why the Michelle Obama dumbassery with the school lunches thing.
Yeah, that was the worst.
I just wanted to get fat in peace, and that bitch
I
made
know.
it so goddamn hard.
I want to get fat. Let me fucking get fat. This is America, isn't it? We weren't allowed to have extra cookies and bullshit.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Ron Swanson quote about something similar to that? Like, you can get to 600 pounds and die of a heart attack at 30 because this is America, and that's beautiful.
That sounds exactly like something
Yeah,
I'd
it
say, but I
sounds
don't
like
know the
something.
exact quote. I
He
was
does
thinking
say something like it. I don't know if that's the exact thing.
I was thinking of the one where he's like butchering a pig in the park. He's like, "Do you have a permit for this?" And he gives him a piece of paper. And he's like, "Ron, this just says I can do whatever I want."
I know.
Ron Swanson. It's signed at the bottom.
Yeah.
You got to remember it's signed. Brendan,
very
if you
quotable.
please.
a beverage.
Oh,
Beverage, por favor.
I swear he was already like
Make
when
that
it-
times two.
But Ron Swanson is very quotable. I mean, I think he's made to be that way.
Thanks.
I think I hate IPAs.
Then why did you order it?
I bought it. I
don't
didn't
like
order
pistachio.
The
it. It was at Walmart.
I absolutely love the quote, the episode where Ron has a hernia and he's just completely still. And then April comes back from way later. Everybody else has left the office. He's sitting there in the
Still
dark,
sitting
and
in
she
that
goes,
chair.
"Are you ready to go?" And he goes, "I was born ready. I'm Ron fucking Swanson." He can't move. When he tries to eat the cheeseburger in that episode, he takes it and he flops it in his face.
I still think the best Ron Swanson quote is "Don't half-ass two things, whole-ass one."
My
Whole-ass
dad
one. I
loves
love
that quote with a passion. I told that to him one time, and he's like, "I like that. That's good."
Don't half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing.
What the hell was the half-mast thing about?
Was
that
Little Sebastian.
Little Sebastian.
was Little Sebastian like a horse or
Yeah,
something?
he was
He's
a
a
miniature
miniature
pony.
pony that was
Okay.
from their hometown.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but that's not even what the quote was from, though, and why that came to
No,
be.
I was
No,
just
no.
thinking of more Ron Swanson
half,
shit.
half mass. Is what he's
Half
talking
mast is too damn high.
about. Half
That's
mass
what-
is too damn high.
Show some fucking respect.
Also, I randomly remember that time where Andy was shining this guy's shoes, and this guy is like constantly. He's the dude that has all the bad stuff happen to him. It's weird in the show, but he's shining his shoes after they just had a big party the night before, and he's hungover. He gets done shining the guy's shoes, fucking throws up all over him. Love that show. That's a show I could watch again.
I wish it wasn't just on Peacock, to be
Oh,
honest.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not on Netflix
I
anymore.
thought Peacock.
I thought I was on Hulu.
No,
They take it off Hulu.
I watched
It's
it on
only on
Netflix
Peacock.
twice when it was up there.
I've watched it twice on Netflix and three times on Hulu. I love that show.
Great show. Very, very good.
I wish I would have been able to get the chance to watch it, but I'm not going to pay for Peacock just to watch it.
You've never actually watched it. You've just seen quotes.
Exactly.
haven't you?
That's all I've seen.
You're
Use
missing
my
out.
account.
There ain't no
don't
mood that can't be
know.
fixed by breakfast food.
Is that
This
quote
is
by him as
literally
well?
$5
Yes.
more.
Really?
Too cheap.
I don't know. Too many
Or the
streaming services.
quote where he talked about how he's only cried twice in his life. Once when I can't remember how old he
Once
was.
when I was like 7, I got hit by a bus.
And the other time is when Lil Sebastian died. Oh man, what a show. The whole thing is great. Like the characters of Andy and Ron Swanson are both amazing. And then, did you know that Chris Pratt in the first season was supposed to be a guest star?
Mm-hmm.
And then they liked him in the show, so they just
Kept
He was
him.
supposed to be the dickhead boyfriend. But he was
and
too
then he-
lovable
yes,
and
like,
stupid.
way too lovable. Great character.
You guys ever see the blooper where they go to a certain office to get
Yes.
information and he jumps across the counter to grab that briefcase or whatever, or the something,
It is a briefcase.
and grabs something else besides the briefcase. And he's told, "We don't need that." So he just like whips it over his shoulder, and in the blooper, he hits the light switch, the lights go out, and everybody's just dying laughing except for Chris Pratt. Like
It
just
wasn't
100%.
a set. There was an actual light switch, like one of the kind of like square kind that you just kind of smack on the top or bottom, and it fucking broke the light switch and turned the lights off.
It wasn't like a part of the sketch or anything. Like
The first time
Uh,
I seen it, I thought it was part of an episode, but it actually is a blooper.
Yeah.
the other two actors like couldn't hold it together, and Chris Pratt's still playing Andy, just like dumb moron waiting to leave, sort of thing. It's hilarious.
That show also has like a pretty good cast. Like they cast like the perfect people for every.
Mhm.
Role.
Yeah, it's so.
They can
good.
they all play them really well.
Yes. I also think it's funny that Anne is also like the actress that plays her also plays in The Office.
Yeah.
And she's pretty much the exact same character.
Yeah.
Maybe they're canon, they're the same universe.
Maybe they are.
Dude, fucking, I swear the Office bloopers are funnier than the fucking show.
Yes, the show is terrible.
I won't say terrible.
I'm not gonna call it
not gonna be that
terrible.
guy.
Not.
All right, the first season at least is absolutely terrible. That's
I think
all I can
most
stand to
people can
watch.
admit that, but once you
Yeah.
get past that,
It's after you get past the first season. I mean, come on. You're gonna tell me you're not gonna laugh your ass off anytime you see Kevin spill his fucking chili all over the floor?
fucking
Yeah,
love
but
that.
That's the funniest fucking thing.
every time.
True.
I will also admit it's really hard to get people to watch Parks and Rec because the first episode, especially, but the first couple of episodes are kind of the
They're-
same way.
Yeah.
They're not great. So like you start this and people are like, yeah, I don't know about this, and you're like, you gotta go a little further. You'll like it, I promise. You just got to get past this.
It's like
part.
me talking about One Piece, except for a couple episodes. It's like 200.
Yeah, no. I could not do
I
Yeah.
that.
did not have that patience. No.
200 is like
200
more
is
than
when it
most
gets really,
shows.
really good, and you're hooked for life, buddy.
It's better than it's longer than most shows. that
How long
people
is an
watch.
episode? Half hour?
15 minutes of actual entertainment.
Okay.
The
So
other,
even
like,
if you
it's-
were to say it's shorter than a normal episode of a normal show, it's still, if you shorten it by half, it's still 100 episodes.
Yeah, but so like most animes, except for their first episode whenever they premiere, is pretty much 2 to 3 minute coverage of what happened on the last episode,
Which drives me nuts.
about a 5-minute intro, 15 minutes of show, and about a 5-minute outro.
The worst part is when they got the coming up next week bullshit. And it's like,
Yeah,
I don't
that
want to
also
know.
takes about a minute and a half at the end of each
I don't want to
episode.
see the next episode. I'm going to watch it right now. So you fucking leave that for the next episode. That spoil some bullshit.
No, because it's very easy to skirt through some episodes if you're skipping intros and outros and obviously, what do you call them? Recaps.
You're not wrong, which is actually kind of annoying about watching certain animes because you get fucking really comfortable. And then you're kind of like sitting there and you just don't want to move. And then all of a sudden it gets the outro and it's fucking like 2 minutes long. And you can't not skip it because you're not just going to watch it. Same fucking outro. But then you got to move. And then you get to the intro, the next one, you got to do it again. It's fucking annoying.
So what I did is that I'm sitting in my recliner out there. I had my controller directly under my hand.
Yeah, I'm a big laying in my chair with my hands behind my head kind of guy. There's no controller spot for that.
No, because on Funimation, which Funimation is down, by the way, it no longer exists.
Yeah, it's Crunchyroll now.
Yeah. I could use the left and right bumpers on my Xbox to skip forward 10 seconds or go back 10 seconds. I had it down pat.
I did that as well.
I sat there with my controller right under my hand, using my index finger for back and my middle finger for forward, and I could tap it like 10 times, and it'd be right at the part where the episode starts just after the intro.
You guys are fucking weebs.
I watched 2 fucking animes, and this guy spends his entire life doing it, all right?
I don't spend my entire life doing it.
I was gonna say he has cats to take care of.
I have a podcast to edit. I play Pokemon games. I play other video games. I go to work.
This is not painting you in a great light
Not
so
helping
Well,
far.
I'm not
you at
saying it
all.
is, but I'm just saying. You said I spend my life
This is
watching
not a
anime.
good look.
Anime is love. Anime is life.
I love how Alex
You
wears
will?
Cleveland Browns PJs, but I bet he couldn't even name the starting quarterback.
No.
You know what he says
Irony.
about the Browns.
Yes, and I don't want to hear it again because he said it like 1,000
Same
times.
But now he's got to
Same.
repeat it for the podcast.
No.
No, I'll give him a break.
Anytime we
Oh,
run,
come on. I know better than that, you asshole.
I'll give him a break.
anytime we run out into public and run into Browns fans like at the bar or something like that, he always has to say this
No,
thing.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no.
Oh
It's
boy,
not
here
when we
go.
run into Browns fans. It's when Browns fans or any other football fan try to talk to me about football. Or ask me my favorite team. I like the Browns. How could you like the Browns? You don't have to watch the games to know the results. Ha, ha, ha. This is a good go-to joke that leads people to leave me alone about sports.
I just don't follow sports.
I don't either. And I don't wear sports shit. But they still ask. Okay,
That's funny.
in public.
I don't
in
wear
public,
sports
in public.
shit.
In public.
He wears
should've
ass
clarified.
destruction sweatshirts
Yeah.
in
He
public.
wore the
That's what he
brown
does.
pants.
Ass
I would wear
destruction.
I would wear a shirt that says
This
ass
guy has the
destruction.
right idea.
That's
He
the-
wore the brown pants.
That's the result of his ass destruction. Brown pants.
I actually really wish that that sweatshirt actually said ass destruction. Because if it did, I probably would have bought that one as well. That's hilarious.
It would have been a lot funnier.
I mean,
I'll
not
say
that that sweatshirt was meant to be taken funny. So, I mean,
Well, I understand that, but like that would be a great ass sweatshirt. No pun intended.
I would be wearing.
I
that
think we have a
sweatshirt all
job
the
for
time.
DW.
There we go.
there you go.
Our first bit of merch. Ass destruction.
What did we originally talk about being our first bit of merch?
I have no idea.
The Budaline Hooligans.
Oh, yeah.
Boater
line
hooligans, yes.
logo.
Borderline.
Misspell.
Yeah, I misspelled
Wasn't it
Order.
then Norm? Like Save Norm merch?
We talked
Yeah,
about
we
that as
talked
well.
about that too.
I think we did say that, but like,
We got a couple solid ideas for merch.
If I
of course, we don't even need to make that anymore because he has been saved.
He is back.
I think we still do it for the meme.
Also,
Yeah.
we should
if
make
I
a nice green shirt.
if I had DW make me a shirt for everything I thought of, yeah, I should put that on a shirt. I'd have way too many fucking shirts made by him. It's nuts. Like
Some of them are pretty good because I still like the Smith and Wesson Jacobs.
I should
Shirt you
really
did.
look to see if I still have that or not.
I still have a picture of it. If you,
I
don't.
mean, it probably cost them what, $5 to make a shirt, if that.
I think the shirts themselves are like fucking like $3 or 3 and some chains or some shit.
And then the lettering probably cost.
He prints it out on a printer on special paper. It's really not much.
Yeah.
I mean, he's making a good profit margin, but still, like $15 for a T-shirt that says whatever you want. Whoop-de-doo, you know? Especially when it's going to DW.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Here he has a legitimate T-shirt press
yeah.
because we found it for him, but you know,
He uses it. That's funny shit.
because he originally just ironed them on, and then there was a roll-off that came from like a business that did custom like sports shirts, and we were like, holy fuck, a T-shirt press, like DW needs this.
This is the holy grail for DW.
He took that home and was so pumped about it. He was like, man, if this thing works, I'm gonna fucking be pumped, and it did, and he was so excited. He was making.
He makes
like,
some really funny fucking shirts too.
when they would do like beer league softball and different things. Like he would make full teams shirts.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't do it as much as he did anymore, but it was really funny that for a while there he was the shirt guy.
we should ask him to make some Borderline Hooligan shirts for us.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
That's what I'm
Well,
fucking saying.
You guys want to start digging into merch?
No,
was
because no
gonna
one's gonna
say,
buy our
Do
shit.
you think he'll actually be able to acquire a chartreuse shirt to put it on for
Chartreuse.
Brennan?
Well, I was thinking we would get like gray or black.
Well, I
and
was
then put a
thinking like
logo on it.
depending on your color.
I wasn't.
Maybe.
Did you just say chartreuse?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Brennan's color.
that is my color.
didn't-
We probably should
It's
add
a
Sav
fishing
to the
thing,
logo at this
Sav.
point. To be honest, Sav, I should add you to the logo. To be honest,
For real.
It's a fishing thing. Chartreuse is very common in fishing.
if our first episode,
It's also a color. So
I know,
No
but I'm saying, like,
shit.
the reason we know it, that's why men know chartreuse. That's the only
Well,
reason.
I just
Oh,
think it's a
okay.
fun word to say.
It is.
yeah, and I remember when I was first talking to you guys about making this podcast, I was like, I have a good idea for a logo, but I need each of you to pick a color. Not even 2 seconds later, Brennan,
The
chartreuse.
fact that you were like, what in the fuck is chartreuse?
And then Brady's like, ooh, I know.
I know this one. I know this one.
and then someone drops a fucking screenshot image from Google of the color chartreuse.
That was not me.
Brennan.
Yes.
Then you still managed to get it wrong because you were like this, and he was like, no, definitely Brett.
Well, it's hard to match a color that's on your phone to your computer.
You should have just looked up chartreuse.
I did. I
Hey,
even looked
whatever.
up like the XY or the red, green,
Color
blue
code.
coordinates.
What the
I wouldn't
fuck?
lick that if
Excuse
I were you.
me?
That's clean.
Are you sure?
His goes
I mean,
home with him, remember?
He goes home
Yeah, I
with
know.
me, so I clean it.
Act like I don't go to Brandon's house every
You
once
just
in
say
a while,
I
watch him
clean
sleep.
it? Hold on. Run that back a little bit. You clean your mic.
Probably just a little bit of disinfectant.
Spit shine.
Spit shine.
I mean, I'm sure some particles get through this little doohickey, this little
Pop
net,
filter.
the mesh.
Every once
Pop
in a great
filter.
while the Space Jam scene where they're like spit shine and they'll fucking start spitting on the floor of the basketball court. Just pops into my head.
Yeah, take a drink, bitches. Copy me.
Bitch.
I have thirst.
Alex, with all due respect, get bent.
Was a damn good shot too.
That was a visual thing, but okay.
Right.
You're lucky
Yeah.
Brady had a fucking water bottle. And you're lucky my fucking beer's still full.
Could have been glass.
I mean, the fucking jar's already ruined.
Apologies.
And nice.
Eh.
Did anybody here see the new Space Jam movie, or did
Yeah,
we all
It's
skip
absolutely
that?
absolutely
not.
terrible.
You did watch it?
Yeah. It's
I've
terrible.
not seen the original Space Jam.
Same.
The original Space Jam
Whoa,
is
whoa,
worth
whoa.
watching.
Hold on. You haven't seen the original Space Jam?
Even
No.
I
We need to
have.
have like a fucking movie night once a week.
Aaron
from
hasn't
here on out or
either.
something.
Don't give me
Jesus
You
shit.
didn't know what
Christ.
scene I was talking about when I said the spit shine thing, huh?
It sounded funny, so we laughed.
Wow. You're gonna
Alright.
have to just for the fact you got to see Lola in the movie. You got to watch Space Jam.
Why? Why do I have to see Lola?
Brady, that is how some weird fetishes get started.
Hold on. Hold
No,
on.
don't tell me to fucking hold on. You
Hold
tell
up.
me right fucking now why
You
you.
Time
can't
out.
tell me they didn't do that shit on purpose.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's true.
How Lola's thick as hell.
They actually removed it in the new one as well.
Yeah, they had to make her
They
less
made her
hot.
flat in the new movie because in the old one.
I hate that.
Oh,
they
you
did
got
that.
to be careful how where you go with this.
Yeah, I know.
You'll find some
I
weird
know.
shit.
You got to look up like from Space Jam, like or it's Space Jam 1, or otherwise you're just gonna have Lola Bunny Rule 34 while you're at it.
Yeah.
Trying
Like-
to look for an
Oh
actual
yeah, these are
scene
the
from the movie.
changes.
Don't tell me they didn't do that on purpose.
There is
That
legitimately a
that
scene where her
legitimately
strap
from the
falls
show
down.
or the scene.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
not.
no, that's
from
that
the-
looks
That's
a little
fan art.
exaggerated.
That's fan art.
It's similar other than that part.
Brady
Not
was
even kidding.
Brady was turned on by a rabbit when he was younger.
He did that shit on purpose.
You wonder why Brady's the way he is. He got into this.
See, another domino effect. Lola Bunny from Space Jam, fiberglass glory hole.
I say he wants to
It's a
kind of
slippery slope.
simulate the feeling.
They don't show
You
very
should
many,
stop
like,
going
actual-
down further. There's
Yeah,
no way
I
it gets
should.
any better.
It's gonna get bad if I
You should
do.
just stop.
Sassy would
You
look up
should
Rule
just stop while
34.
you're ahead.
Yeah, I should.
I don't think I would have scrolled for as long as you did.
But
Nah.
Space
I was
the
trying
original
to find actual pictures from the movie. Okay, I'm sorry for trying to get factual.
We saw actual photos from the fucking movie, and
Oh,
then you
it gets
kept
worse.
scrolling.
It gets worse.
But the original Space Jam definitely worth watching.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's
100%.
a good
new
movie.
one. Don't even
It's
fucking
got
waste
Bill
a
Murray
second.
in it.
That's right,
Come
Bill
on.
Murray is in that, yeah.
He freaking isn't. He's the last person in the last scene. Just randomly just says, "Let's go Bulls," and have his voice crack in it, and that's the end of the movie. Great movie though, solid. The fact that you two haven't watched it is a travesty.
I can tell you a movie I haven't watched right now, and you fucking probably want to put me on a cross and hang me.
I bet you I've got worse, but all right, go ahead.
Forrest Gump.
I was gonna say the same movie.
God damn!
Honestly, no, I don't criticize people for not seeing
No.
movies like a regular person should.
Well, Forrest Gump is also not like it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that good of a movie that you have to like
It's
see.
I bet it's a lot better than Space Jam.
Okay, what's a
No.
popular movie that you don't like at all? That you just can't stand?
I know I had opinions on these,
I'm trying to think of
but then
one.
again, most of the fandom also hated these
I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot of movies I like hate. So
that are popular movies. There's not too many that
I could
know
say
that
more
I
of
hate.
probably the ones I like that other people hate. To be
Okay,
honest,
then let's do that.
people absolutely hate Suicide Squad. I don't get it. I like
It's
it.
a fucking great movie.
Big fan.
I love Suicide Squad.
If
The
you
second
look
one,
up
not so
reviews
much,
of
but-
Suicide Squad just across the internet, people hate it, trash on it
You know why people hate Suicide Squad?
because it's made by DC.
No, Jared Leto.
Oh yeah,
Well,
weird dude.
very.
People didn't like the Joker in that, but hey, get over it.
It was a great movie.
It was a different interpretation
great
of the
movie.
Joker.
Well, it was one of the more original takes on the Joker. The Joker actually started off as like a gangster kingpin kind of guy, and then turned more psychotic as time went on. And
Definitely a great
the
movie.
Jared Leto was basically playing a modern gangbanger Joker. So it's not a new take. It's just not a take that people are used to.
One of my favorite things was them having all these like, villains in the art for the movie and all these posters and stuff. And then them going into the detail of putting one extra guy in there that dies like really early on in the movie, but just so you thought that he was going to be part of the movie longer and you didn't expect his death.
I actually have one of the promo posters of the skulls. It's actually in the closet right
And he's
behind
on
Brady.
there.
And he is on there as like He's one of the main characters in the promo
but he
stuff.
fucking dies like almost right away, so you never expect it.
Like
Rip.
as soon as the introduce like the premise of the movie and they start like the actual mission part, he's dead. It's hilarious.
But they put him in all the shit. That way you didn't wonder, hey, this guy's not part of the cover or any of the posters I've seen. Like, who's this dude? You know, he must not be important.
Oh no, everybody knows him. He's Boomerang.
I don't, but
Or I don't know. No,
but they
no,
put
he
him in
was
all
the guy
the.
that used boomerangs, right?
No, the boomerang guy survives.
Oh, he was the guy that used knots and ropes.
Like zip lines
Yeah.
and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You can't tell me neither one of you two have seen Suicide Squad.
I've not.
Nope.
A lot of
Son of
people
a
hate
bitch.
Avatar, and I love Avatar.
Never
Well, I guess
seen
I
it.
take that back. I found a movie that I didn't like
I
that a
don't
lot of people like, and that is the second Avatar.
I never seen that one either.
I've heard mixed things about the new Avatar.
Right.
It's good CGI, good acting. The only problem I have with it is the story writing. It doesn't seem very in place for the universe that was created.
I got a random question. Is Rogue One the Star Wars movie where everybody dies at the end?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay, I actually liked that one.
That was
a good
very
movie,
good
too.
film. I actually liked
It was
that
a
one.
very good
That is
movie.
the last Star Wars movie that I've seen. So they've made a couple after that I have not.
Yeah,
Right,
you don't want
and
to.
I don't quite blame you.
What's
The only one-
There's
the
something in the Rogue One that one of the robots says a lot. What does he say? Because I thought it was hilarious back. In
I haven't seen Rogue One since it came out.
I only saw it once, but I remember it being good.
Was that the one where you showed up to the theater with your other friends?
No, that was
The
the one
other
that we
one.
went together.
Okay.
It was you, me, and then
That was the one before that.
think-
Then
Aaron went for sure.
Did I drag you guys along to that?
No,
Who did I drag
I
along
said I
to
don't think
that?
so.
Rogue One I actually enjoyed quite a bit.
It was good.
Rogue
liked
One,
that.
the only other movie I would suggest out of the new movies is if you're a Star Wars fan, go watch Solo. Just because it's a good premise of who the character is and it
Mhm.
explains a lot. But other than that, no. It's not worth watching the new ones. And I really hope they don't screw up these next ones they make. Because if they are
There are
what
new
they say
ones?
they're... What?
There's other ones.
There's new ones that are coming out. They're coming out with a new trilogy.
Oh,
This new trilogy is going to be about the Old Republic.
oh, that's
like
right.
2,000 years before the first movie. That is my favorite era in Star Wars, period. It is not technically a part of Star Wars canon yet. And if they ruin it, I'm going to be pissed.
So do you trust Disney to
No,
make good on it?
no.
Yeah.
I want to play Star Wars Battlefront 2 again.
Disney just seems to kill absolutely
The old one.
everything they touch nowadays.
Yes.
Obviously not the new one. Fuck that. I never played the new one.
Star
Actually, no, I
Wars-
did
So-
this time.
Indiana Jones, they've killed them all.
Soiled it.
They
Sold them,
got-
if you will.
they seem to have... All right. No, never mind. Never mind. What was it that they got a hold of that they actually did a decent job? I know there's something that I was honestly surprised.
Talk about
The new
what-
Guardians of the Galaxy, they didn't screw up. That one's good.
Well, that's also, I don't know, like Marvel movies just come out, and I just kind of think of them as a whole different thing nowadays.
So,
I've never seen Guardians of the Galaxy, any of them.
well, Marvel did a fantastic job when it's Solo. When Marvel was still in charge, owned by Disney, they still did a fantastic job up until Endgame. Endgame was a great ending. And obviously you're going to have that's your climax of all those movies.
Yeah.
You're going to have a restart point. I get that.
I've never seen Endgame or Infinity War.
It just seems like
I'm
it's
not
kind
a
of fallen off
superhero
since
movie
then,
guy.
though.
I'm not hating on you, but that's not like the point that I'm trying to make.
That's the
It's-
thing. So, like, even I've seen them, and like, I just kind of think Marvel is something like, at least that series of films kind of spanned everyone and not just a specific group of people, and that's why they have made so much money.
Last superhero movie that I watched in that like series there was Winter Soldier. We're talking quite a ways.
Yeah.
That was a little bit ago.
I liked the Iron Man movies. Those are good.
Anyhow, the fall off of the whole Marvel movie or
Yeah.
whatever. It's just like anytime like you're watching a TV show or movie or whatever or movie series, you're gonna reach that climax that involves multiple episodes or whatever, and then you're gonna have a restart sort of thing. And that's with Marvel's going through kind of right now. The movies though are absolutely terrible. The only good one that's
App,
that
app. The Spider-Man movies after
I was about to
I was
say
gonna
something.
say,
that's
I
what I
was
figured I
about
was
to
gonna
the
say
Spider-Man
something.
movies were
The
pretty
only
good.
two that have been good that I have seen, and I believe I have seen them all at this point, has been the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Spider-Man movie. Doctor Strange movie, I have no idea what's happening the entire movie, other than this girl from another dimension can travel dimensions, and he's trying to help her, but no idea what the fuck's actually going on.
You keep forgetting. Far From Home, I believe, was still after.
Yeah, that's the Spider-Man movie.
There's two of them. No Way Home and Far From Home.
I think you said movies.
No,
Whenever you
there
said
was,
they were
there was
good.
only one that happened
There's
after.
two.
I'm
Because
pretty sure I
Far
even
From
know that.
Home came out like almost immediately after Endgame.
But I don't know what it is with our generation, like our age, but I don't know if I've met anybody who's like, yeah, Spider-Man, I just don't like him as a superhero. Like, Spider-Man's just a really cool premise. I don't know why everybody seems to like him, but I do.
Nice. I'm not the only one who saw that, right?
nope.
Power goes out, does that corrupt all footage?
that will.
Audio, you mean?
Yeah, that will correct all the
Whatever.
audio, but that wasn't power,
Thank
dingus.
goodness.
Hopefully.
What the hell is that noise?
You guys know what that noise
Oh.
was.
Fuck off, Brady.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I thought that was part of like the light flickering a little bit.
Electrical. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I see now.
Life, death, life, death, life, death.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You're
Yeah,
right.
so it says
There is two of 'em.
Spider-Man Far From Home 19 and then No Way Home 21.
Endgame came out in 18, I believe.
Okay,
I think that was
take
also
it back.
19,
I
actually.
thought that I forgot about No Way Home, to be honest with you. So I only thought Far From Home was afterwards. So I take it back my statement. The
Okay.
Spider-Man movies and the Guardian of the Galaxy movie.
Thank you. I wasn't gonna let you diss my boy
No,
Spidey
and
like
I
that.
honestly thought that I honestly forgot about No Way Home. So I
Which is such a
apologize.
banger. It's hard. It's like
Never seen it.
weird to forget. Oh
Anyways,
my god.
aside
It
from
brings back Andrew Garfield and Peter McGuire
Yeah.
as Spider-Man.
I did
And so
hear about that.
Peter
it's
McGuire.
fantastic.
Andrew Maguire.
Toby Maguire.
Tobey
Yeah, you're right.
how
Maguire.
many names are we gonna go through before we actually get the
It's
right
right
one?
there.
Okay.
Hey, all I know is pizza time, you know?
It's time.
Those two are the last two brain cells in this room, and right now they're fighting for third place.
Ah.
Hey, somebody's got to take it, okay?
Be my fucking guest.
To the death.
But I didn't understand Doctor Strange. The Wakanda Forever was terrible. Like, it just seemed like another woman power movie like the Captain Marvel movie was. It didn't seem like anything was actually accomplished.
Yeah.
I
just,
forgot that Captain Marvel existed until you just said
Well,
that.
which there's a big problem with that right now too, because they're supposed to have this The Marvels, which is like basically 4 female superheroes, and it keeps getting pushed back and back and back.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to know why? It's because of the fucking fan base.
Yeah.
Still
there's
sad
this-
about Robert Downey Jr. not being Iron Man anymore.
So am I. The Shang-Chi movie
Mm-hmm.
is also very confusing.
What is he talking about? I don't
It,
know.
I,
like a
it's
Doctor
literally
Strange
it's
offshoot.
so
Yeah.
Sanji
Really?
is like one of the least popular Marvel comics there is, but because it is about 2 Japanese characters, I imagine they're trying to bring it into light.
Oh yeah.
Just like they brought Rescue into light in the Wakanda Forever. Rescue is basically like a black girl genius that is kind of like the next Tony Stark in the comics, and she literally came out in the comics a year ago, so her character is very little developed, so they seemed very rushed and very little with her actual character.
Mm.
Like, I know Miles Morales is also pretty new to the Marvel Universe, period,
But they actually done pretty good.
but he's not near as new as Rescue.
Right.
Like, Miles Morales, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe came out in like the early to late 2000s. Like, he came out in whatever your area you call 2000 to 2010, whatever you want.
Them comics were all like coming out that late?
They're still making
They still
them.
have comics that are
No,
being
no,
made.
but I'm saying like they're already
Yeah,
making movies
they-
about
they-
comics that
It's not the same storyline.
I understand that, but like
The characters
usually when they're
using-
making comics, they're making about comics that happen fucking
yeah,
forever ago, you know.
But Miles' characters got pretty well rounded and developed in the comics, and that's why they've been doing so good, because they already are starting with a rounded character. Rescue is not that rounded. That character's not even 2 years old at this point.
Basically, they're trying to make up bits about this character on the fly.
She was introduced well in the comics. I will say that. Like, she was introduced very well in the
But from
comics.
there, they're just kind of making things up.
Yeah. Like, she was introduced in, I forget what Iron Man line it was, but if I am correct, he died in the previous line, and this line is more or less that he downloaded his conscious at some point onto Jarvis, and then somebody made a clone of Tony and put his conscious on it, but they were secretly controlling him, and then Rescue comes into play and basically frees this clone Tony from the brainwashing thing.
Okay.
But it was the Iron Man comic that she was introduced, and it wasn't a Rescue comic. And then she was working with this clone of Tony because she is actually pretty brilliant when it comes to engineering and everything like that in the comics. And then she was kind of given her own when she went rogue at some point or whatever, and so they're telling her story off to the side. And I'm not 100% caught up with it. Last time I read it was like 6 months to a year ago, but it seemed like it was good character development. They developed her well. Like, I've read 30 odd issues that had her in it, and she was well rounded in those. But this, it feels like they're just kind of like, we want to introduce Rescue. We don't know where to introduce her without just like throwing a movie out of nowhere that doesn't connect to anything. So let's throw her in Wakanda Forever and cut out some of the other characters' time. That would probably make sense with this story that we created.
Everything woke goes to shit.
Yeah. And Star Wars fell last, and now Marvel is falling.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
I think my favorite part about Robert Downey Jr. is that he got paid $10 million to be in 10 minutes of the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy to me.
Wow.
Yeah, but you remember how developed his character was at that point?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was the
he
MCU.
had 4 or 5 movies with him in it already.
He is the Iron Man.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, they had 3 Avengers movies out?
Well,
No, 2, sorry. Civil War was next, and that's... No, actually, they had 3 out at that point, but they already introduced Spider-Man in Civil War.
mm-hmm.
So he already was in
6.
at least, not including the other ones that he was just kind of a part of.
And really, he is the main character of the whole series.
Of the first saga.
Yeah.
Yes,
Pretty much,
Yes.
he
yeah.
is. Like, pretty much the whole Marvel, the Avengers thing, that's his character arc, pretty much. And
Yeah.
it's just expended over, like, 10 films or whatever.
It's all an extension,
Including
of
his
the-
films.
of Iron Man 1. It's just
Yeah.
Basically, whole ass character arc the whole way.
And if they would have done this right, they would have made Spider-Man that central character, more or less. And what was that kid's name? That was in Spider-Man 3.
Uh,
Oh, his friend. The fat Asian kid.
No. Iron Man. Iron Man 3, there was a kid in Tennessee.
That
that
helped
took-
him whenever
Yeah. I know his name starts with an H, but I don't remember
I
his
have no
name.
idea.
God damn it.
I'm not sure who
A
he's
lot of
talking about.
people were hoping that he was going to come into play because he was actually hinted at being part of Stark Industries at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Tony liked the kid. He's actually a smart kid, blah, 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 whatever. So they
God
were
damn it.
hoping that he would become like the next Iron Man. But obviously they're going to go with Rescue, which is upsetting if you ask me.
Is Iron Man 2 or 3?
3.
3?
It's a Christmas movie.
What?
Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
Harley.
There we go. Harley.
Win?
You-
Question mark?
No. You didn't. Iron Man 3 takes place around Christmas, right?
I don't know if I've seen
Obviously,
the third
he
one. I've seen the
didn't.
first and second one.
The third one, you really got to watch like the rest of the Marvel Universe to actually understand. And
That's probably why I didn't watch it.
yeah,
At this point, I'm too far behind to watch any of the new ones.
only
anyways.
22 movies.
I
To
mean,
be honest, you could probably skip a couple of them if you really wanted to.
Yeah, you can
How
skip.
far am I in if I have watched Winter Soldier?
You probably have 10 or 11 to watch.
Ooh. Considering they're all at least an hour, and one of the two
You can
is
skip
like,
Captain Marvel
yeah.
for
yeah.
sure, 100%.
Which one of the ones like super long? Is that Infinity War or is
That is
Endgame's 3 hours.
Endgame?
That is
Okay.
Infinity War is a little longer, but it's still like your typical Marvel movie length. But Endgame is a lot longer.
Okay, that's what I thought. There was one of the between Infinity War and Endgame where I knew one of the two was longer.
Yeah, Endgame is longer, but that is also the climax. That is the end of that saga.
Yeah.
Never really interested me that much.
I think it's a good storyline. But I also got into it as a kid. My dad literally took us to theaters to see the first Iron Man.
I watched my first Iron Man at the drive-in, I'm pretty sure, so
Me too.
We went to that small movie theater that's owned just over there, in that strip.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I probably snuck in the back of our minivan underneath a blanket to watch the first Iron Man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Happens to the best of us.
I remember my
Okay, who here has not lied about their age or hidden in a car in order to get in for somewhere for free so your parents don't have to pay for you?
I remember when
You
I,
definitely did it with us.
I remember when I
I'm
was
sure I
like
probably
9 or 10. I think it was like kids eat free at this one place. And
It was 7 or younger.
7 or younger. Mom said I was like 6. I corrected her on my age, and she gave me the biggest death glare of my life.
Because she didn't just have to pay for you, then she had to admit that she had just lied as well.
Or she could say my kid's a fat-faced liar.
That too.
Could you imagine if your kid actually was 6 and then he was just like, "No, I'm not. I'm 10."
Sometimes he has amnesia.
For a 10-year-old, it happens quite a lot.
I'm gonna have to get that checked out.
Accidentally admits his age.
I always thought it was funny the people that live directly next to the drive-in, like their fucking backyard is right next to it. They can just fucking sit there and watch movies for free all the time. They probably allow it though because they have to put up with the fact that there's a gigantic screen in their backyard. Basically,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they owned it.
No.
I don't
No?
think so.
No.
Me and my brothers used to sit on the roof of my parents' house with binoculars and watch movies. There's more than one time that in the middle of the night we seen one of those movies that was the second movie.
Were you able to get within range of the
No.
radio? No.
So it was all visual.
It was literally just watching. There was no audio.
Where's the subtitles on the some bitch?
Hey, if honestly, with the knowledge I have now, I could probably, if I could go back in time, I'd give that kid a little booster to get him attached to that fucking radio signal. You know how many movies I could have watched for free through my binoculars?
Imagine
Right.
how much your eyes would hurt by the end of that.
Who gives a shit? I
That's
get to
why
watch
you
movies
got
for
one
free while sitting
fucked up
outside my
eye.
window, and my mom was later on going to come and yell at me for sitting on the roof.
That's why you got one fucked up eye. You've been looking through too many fucking binoculars in your life.
I've had a fucked up eye since first grade.
You could have been watching movies on the roof before that.
I don't.
Any good parent would let their first grade kid sit on the roof.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
parents did.
Who wouldn't?
Do you honestly think a 6-year-old knows how to take a screen out of a window?
No, you got me there. I don't have a way of doing that on my roof. It's you open window and go out. You just
Fall.
2-story fall. There is nothing.
No, that's one of the main
On.
things I liked about my bedroom with my parents is that I could climb out my window on the roof and just sit up there. I just had to be careful not to walk up, on top of my siblings' bedrooms.
I was like that time that your brother was just like, "Hey, were you guys out there shooting guns the other day?" And I was just like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" He goes, "I was sitting on the roof." I was like, "Oh, okay. I could see it from my house."
Yeah. Used to do it all the time. Honestly miss it. Middle of the night. It's
Well,
clear
Alex,
as
why don't we
hell.
just climb up?
I was
on
gonna
your
say
roof
we're gonna have
right
to
now?
climb on his roof.
Honestly, if you guys want to get some chairs, sit on the roof, and then put up our "You honk, we drink" sign.
Make,
That would be
make a plan
awesome.
on these times when we come over to.
We need to get some wooden chairs and a handsaw.
And bring the cooler with us.
Yeah.
You
You
have
get
a
why the
ladder?
wooden chairs and the handsaw, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a ladder?
Yeah.
Sweet, we're good.
If not, I don't know if it's tall enough, but I can borrow one from Dad.
Don't you miss back in the day when everybody had TV antennas to climb?
Yeah.
You guys want to install a ladder on my house?
Install a
Install.
ladder.
Might as well just make a balcony up there while we're at it.
Why not?
I want a permanent ladder to my roof.
Yeah, and then we can put the chairs up there. We can just leave them up there. What else are we going to use chairs that are cut at like a 20-degree angle on the legs for?
There was a kid in my grade whose mom.
I'm just picturing those sitting on a regular floor.
You'd be like pointing at the ceiling.
It wouldn't be
almost.
a 20-degree. What pitch is your roof? 6
I have
pitch?
no idea.
I could figure out, and I could figure out what angle we need to cut those chairs at.
Sounds
See, have the
good.
construction worker make the chairs. I mean, just
We're good to go.
No, I won't make them.
Oh, yeah, you're
I'll
gonna
just
make
cut the legs.
ah,
Well, I do have some wooden chairs in my house.
that's very true.
I just gotta find the reverse pitch of your house, of your roof, and we're good.
It's true.
It's not very hard to find either.
There was a kid who's in my grade whose mom used to babysit us. It was only for a short period of time, but his younger brother taught us that, yeah, my room's right by the TV antenna. So sometimes when I just don't feel like walking through the house, I just climb the TV antenna and climb in my window. We did. We climbed up the fucking TV tower and climbed his window. I did it one time. And if my house had that, imagine, like, most people sneaking out would be super easy, Sweet.
Yeah, but you would never sneak out.
Yeah.
Because
I
you know how
definitely
much
would've-
Brady drinks.
Yeah.
I would have definitely used it at least once or twice just because.
I think I've only ever snuck out once.
You know what it would
And
have
I
been?
sprained my
I'd have been
ankle.
sitting in my room or middle of the night. I got to fucking piss so bad. Feel like waking everybody up. Fucking climb down the TV antenna, piss on the fucking ground,
Or
climb
just
back
piss
up.
out the window.
I was gonna say.
You know how hard it is to fucking get into a windowsill the correct way to be able to piss out of it? It wouldn't be easy.
It doesn't sound
Why don't
very
you just
hard.
get like a stool and stick your dick out the window?
doesn't sound very hard at
We have a
all.
pretty long windowsill. I mean, like, even on the inside, it's this
Yeah, and
deep.
you can push.
And on the outside.
You worry about you worry about dripping down on somebody? Like, what the hell?
Dripping down. Oh,
Is it
man.
raining?
Why does it smell like pee, Harold?
Nobody could see what that one was, but that was good.
It's got to taste the rain.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute. Something's not
Goddamn.
right.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I don't remember what that's from.
That's
The vine.
I was thinking, but
there's a video of the guy doing it. I forget who he is. He's like a streamer or YouTuber or something like that.
there's so many vines that are like ingrained in our brains. It's nuts.
It's the same guy that's the oh you fucking killed her, dude.
I don't know if I know that
Like
one.
the memes.
I probably have seen it, but
He's kind of got like a bowl cut, kind of like, and kind of like a partial scraggy beard, kind of like.
yeah, I don't know.
I know
for
what you're
sure.
talking about.
I'd say at least somebody does.
Yeah.
Somebody I
This
heard in the
why we
audience is
need
gonna be
a
like,
fucking camera
"Oh
in
man,
here.
I know exactly who that guy is. It's this guy, you dumbasses."
Nothing.
A vine that I swear everybody thinks about is during Christmas time. There's the Merry Christmas, Merry Chrysler. That video.
Merry Chrysler.
I still say Merry Chrysler to this day, and I hate it.
I don't hate it.
Yo, my name is Nicholas, and this is ridiculous. Got mad gummy money, and it is deliciousness.
What the fuck?
You never
I
seen that
don't- I
vine?
don't remember
No.
that one either.
Okay.
I've never seen that vine.
I will say that
Marlon Webb vines are fucking hilarious.
Yes, they are.
saying that I saw something on TikTok versus I saw something on Vine is like an entirely different
Different thing.
connotation you get.
Yeah.
Like it's like the Winnie the Pooh upgrading. I saw it on TikTok. I saw it on Vine.
Yeah, but TikTok is not near as good as Vine.
It's not.
Vine stuck to the fucking short. Short.
Like
7
Vines are
seconds.
7 seconds. What is it now? You can get on TikTok 10 minutes.
10
which is
minute videos.
nuts.
3?
I swear people can go over 3
They
minutes.
took away the
sometimes.
10-minute
Okay.
Okay.
feature.
Thank goodness.
I don't use it anymore.
But still,
so-
3 minutes compared to like a 7-second something that's hilarious. Like you have to be so creative in that 7 seconds. It's not even funny.
you can't waste any time.
No.
There's no story development. You just got to be right
It's,
fucking
it's
there.
all action.
Yeah. There's no bickering back and forth or anything.
The one that gets me is the I can't remember what the guy says his name is, but he's like, my name's so and so with a B, and I'm afraid of insects. Where's the bee? There's a bee? That one's so good. That one's creative. Like, see, he was able to do the
Setup and punchline in 7 seconds.
7 seconds. That's all of it. There's no wasted time. You could go straight to the next one after laughing at that and be perfectly fine. That 7 seconds was not wasted in any way.
Now you waste like 2 minutes looking at a TikTok that you think's going to show you something interesting or funny, and then you realize they're just trying to take up your time, so
You're
you
just
go
like,
to the next one.
Why in the fuck did I just watch this?
Yeah.
Wasted my time.
I'm so glad that I deleted that shit.
Woo! Brennan's still on that haven't downloaded it in the first place shit.
Hey man, I get a lot of good laughs from the app, so fuck off.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's not so much the laughs that I didn't get, it was the time that I spent trying to find them.
Yeah, I get fucking dragged into it. I want to go on TikTok for 5 minutes while my fucking something loads, and then all of a sudden, fuck, it's been an hour.
I'm waiting for my noodles to cook a little bit more. Let's go on TikTok. Oh shit, I have a mess on my stove.
Sit down to take a shit. I mean to take a 5-minute shit. Here we are, half an hour later.
Working on my herpes or
What?
Oh, no.
no
Hernia?
Hemorrhoids. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Don't you guys hate it when you have to sit on the toilet for your fucking herpes to be okay?
Man, I hate catching herpes
The
from the toilet
static
seat. I
that came
hate,
from your mic when you said herpes was
Oh
perfect.
shit.
hate it when I catch herpes on the toilet.
It's the worst.
If you have herpes on the toilet, that's a
Where are
problem.
you
That's a huge problem.
shitting?
Well, it's just India.
God.
What? What the fuck is up, Denny's?
What?
We have the meats.
That's Arby's.
Yeah,
What the
I know.
fuck is wrong with you? You were just all out of sorts.
Yeah.
That hemorrhoids thing really threw us though. Like that was a good one.
That was honestly accidental too, so
Well, obviously it was.
see Brady, I'm able to admit my mistakes.
There's the
Oh boy, this is
hemorrhoids vine.
okay.
I can't remember what the beginning of it is.
Alex is gonna be talking to some girl who has hemorrhoids or herpes, and he's gonna think she has hemorrhoids.
Well, they no problem. They no problem.
How are you sitting down right now? Doesn't that usually hurt?
It's my time to go.
It's only like 9 o'clock. You guys are normally here till like 10:30.
But there's that vine where she's like, actually, Megan, I can't sit anywhere. I have hemorrhoids. And then it plays that song.
Oh shit.
Vine was a blast. I miss it.
So do I.
I didn't have Vine long enough to enjoy it like the others,
I
but
had Vine for
but
quite some time.
after it got fucking deleted from everything, I did watch like hour-long YouTube videos
I used to do it all the time.
of Vine. So
Even when Vine existed, I would go on YouTube and watch like best Vine compilations the last month.
mhm.
There was a YouTube channel dedicated to that. They would just take all the best Vines from the past month and they would post it at the end of the month.
Isn't that where David Dobrik got famous from?
I'm not sure on that one.
Pretty sure, yeah.
That's what I thought.
What?
Oh, Sav is just over here having her best time right now.
I'm
You
sorry.
used to sit by the
That
vent.
is
I
odd,
know. I'm
'cause you're-
sweating.
Usually the
always
freezing
cold.
one.
She also has sweats on.
That is true.
It's because normally the AC's blasting.
It is blasting. It's on 60.
Well, I can't.
Blasting
feel
up
it
his
over
ass.
Here. Aaron, fucking move
It's
your fat
blasting
ass.
up my herpy ass.
Oh no, we're all gonna get hemorrhoids now.
What?
Never mind. I went over your head.
Well, I was wondering if maybe you were
I was making a joke.
doing the reversal thing. We're all going to get herpes.
I knew what joke you were
It was the
making. I just
reversal
didn't think
thing
it was that
along with
funny.
associating herpes as a symptom of or hemorrhoids as a symptom of herpes.
Hmm.
Double entendre. Not funny now though.
I would hate to have both of those. It'd be awful.
I just wait till you're old man.
Herporoids.
MREs.
Memories are herporoids.
All right, here's a
That sounds like a hip new shoe. I've got my hemorrhoids on.
All right. Would you guys rather have to spend 2 weeks with hemorrhoids or bust open your nutsack once in your life?
Good lord! Excuse me?
I don't know what hemorrhoids feel like, so
It's sacrilege that you renamed the chat.
That's not a good busting a nut, so
I will never bust a nut in that fashion.
I think I gotta go hemorrhoids.
Definitely.
Brady.
yeah, I'd tell you the same because busting open your sack sounds terrible. Like,
Yeah.
what's the? You're gonna have to elaborate a little bit on the busting open the sack as well, like
Literally
Well,
cutting it
you
open.
bust open your sack, you go to the hospital.
like cutting it, or like a fucking nut like landed on something and like a metal bar and it's fucking
Oh,
blows
jeez.
up, or what are we talking
Okay, we
about?
don't need to go that far.
Cutting, got it.
Like surgically cutting?
Or like rusty
Obviously
kitchen
not,
knife,
but-
or
So it's whatever we find available.
Yeah.
Is it sharp at least or no?
It's whatever you find available. What do you have available?
It's a dull, rusty knife.
Well,
you
I see
have
it- There's a Spider-Man knife to my left, so
I have an X-Acto knife out in the living room, so
we're getting exact.
looks like I'm choosing pen.
I think that would hurt worse, to be honest.
I have bottle cap.
I have
I
teeth.
have a top of a beer can.
Brian's gonna be gnawing on his ball sack like
It's
a
like the
fucking
people
dog.
that fucking open like chip bags with shit with their teeth, like they rip off the corners of stuff, but they just
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, God.
you know.
You don't.
Sure.
Ah.
I actually
You
cannot
know,
stand
okay.
people who rip open packages with their teeth drive me nuts.
Like my cousin.
That bugs me because
Like me.
Yeah.
like
Blah.
I've already from
Yeah.
grinding my teeth, the front two teeth I have are like pretty thin. So like I could very easily break off one of them, and just the idea of that happening sounds terrible.
This
Canines.
is Brady's equivalent of an area urethra. I've never been able to eat corn on the cob because of my thin teeth.
I can eat corn on the cob. But what about the people? Aren't you one of the ones that opens bottle caps with your?
No.
No, that
The
was a
only
different
thing
guy.
I've
Got
ever
it.
And
only
that's the other guy.
Which is terrible. That
We honestly were
terrifies
just
me.
talking about him before.
Tried breaking a fucking beer bottle over his head.
I was thinking
not
that earlier.
realizing that the movies it's fucking sugarcane glass.
Yeah.
the only packages I really tore open with my teeth was those fruit snap packages, and that's because I couldn't open them otherwise. That was just the best solution to a problem of not being able to reach my fruit snacks.
The bottle cap opening with the teeth thing, that's got to be like one of the worst because it's like, a good amount of pressure. You got metal right on your teeth. It's just no, not doing it.
Probably have to use like one of the rear teeth.
Well, he does.
Actually,
He works his way
You'd have
back
to use a
in there
molar or
little bit.
something.
Yeah.
But still, it doesn't. It
Oh, it's
can't
not
be
good.
No.
Ugh.
Me too.
Hashtag me too.
No, fuck
nah.
that.
Get out of here. Ow.
Oof.
It did.
Well, are we a good point?
I think so. I don't
mean-
think I have anything else.
Honestly, this was a great episode.
It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be with how little I was coming in here with, to be honest.
I mean,
think
Sav
it's
clocked out about a half hour ago, so
You spin ahead of
Yeah.
Longer than that.
He clocked out about 45 minutes ago.
when did you start talking about Star Wars? That's when
Literally.
that's when she was like, "All right, it's time for me to head out."
I'm sorry, Sav, that I am not interested in the same kind of movies you are. Actually, there is a movie I watched that you would probably like. It's
It's called The Human Centipede. You
No.
should check it out.
It's called The
Ew.
Perfect Map of Little Things or something like that. I got really high like a month ago, and I wanted to watch a movie, and it looked more interesting when it was, and then I couldn't turn it off because I was too high to move. But it was actually a lot better than I thought it would be.
It's like a rom-com or like
Yeah.
fun-
God.
It's like a
rom-com.
teenage rom-com.
Oh,
Hmm.
so it sounds.
It
terrible,
actually seems
actually.
right up your alley, to be honest with you.
How do you know it's up my alley?
Because
I don't watch
after
movies.
hanging out with you so much and everything over the past couple years, I'd like to feel that I know a good premise of what you'd be into and what you wouldn't be.
But I don't watch movies.
I know you don't, but it seems like a good movie for you because
why
the
would
only
she
reason
be
you
into
can't
it if
watch
she doesn't like
movies
movies?
is because you lose focus and you have to play on your phone. This seems like a good movie for you that you would actually like and actually pay attention to and wouldn't want to get on your
If the
phone.
fucking movie doesn't make her interact with the goddamn thing, she ain't gonna pay attention to
That's a
it.
freaking
Do you think
lie.
do you think movies are gonna die because of TikTok? Like people's
Uh,
attention
Probably.
spans are like
Probably.
nothing anymore.
Well,
It'd
film has been
it'd
declining
take
for
a
a long
long
time,
time.
anyways.
It would take a long time.
I mean, I think film will always be there for one because, like, look how popular YouTube is as a way of.
But still, most
Having
videos on
stuff-
YouTube are only 20 minutes long.
But there are plenty of short films on YouTube for one.
But I'm
and I
talking
think-
like
That's
actual
what I'm
full
saying. Like,
length.
it's going to
full-length
actively get
films.
smaller because people's attention spans are getting smaller.
Yeah, but indie films on YouTube and other websites that have video posting are actually becoming more and more popular, and Hollywood's starting to lose to them.
future is through
Slowly.
indie films because the big companies, maybe to no fault of their own, have just been sponsoring a bunch of really awful films for years,
Everything
and they've been
woke.
pumping a ton of money
Everything
We
woke
into stuff
goes
that
to shit.
absolutely is shit.
Hollywood is no longer about the art of the filmmaking. It is about the dollar sign you can make
Yes,
from it.
whenever it
Mhm.
died, and really the Marvel movies were a big component of that.
Yes.
And really, there's no way for any other studio to counteract that. You know, like those were the big blockbusters. Like, well, really, we can't go any further up.
Marvel movies, Avatar. What was really good around that time? I know there's something else. There's another one that was really big.
How we come back around
Jurassic
to this
Park?
again?
What?
Jurassic World, basically.
Jurassic World. It kind of got some attention, but the main reason that was popular is because it was related to Jurassic Park, and a lot of people that watched that when they were a kid.
You're not thinking
Mhm.
that far back.
He said Avatar and the Marvel movies.
Yeah,
Oh, so we're talking like late 2000s.
Yeah.
Late 2000s.
it's kind of. I don't know. It's literally movies that were like cream of the crop, like really, really good movies that were coming out at that point in time. They had good CGI along with good story writing. They were breaking the whole we can just do a bunch of CGI because the Transformer movies started off pretty
Yeah.
big, but then Michael Bay does what Michael Bay does, and he made it about explosions and action.
Oh, you
and
talk
less
about
of-
Fast and Furious movies?
that was also a part of it, I think. The
Yeah.
beginning of those was also a part of it.
I think after 4, you should have just killed the franchise.
I've never seen any one of those
Me
either.
neither.
And I
No.
regret it.
I think 4 is a
The-
good number.
The ones that I've seen that are actually good have been like I think 2 and 3.
I watched 5 minutes of Too Fast, Too Furious. The scene where the dude puts the bucket on the guy's chest, puts a rat underneath it, and like heats the bucket up, and that's all the further I went.
Solid.
That's one of the earlier ones. That's actually one of the good ones.
That's more than I've watched of a Fast and Furious movie.
Same.
Just on TV one time.
No, but it's the pinnacle of filmmaking was coming out then. It was actually good movies with the CGI and the story.
I would say it was the pinnacle of filmmaking.
Like
because,
the end of a
of a,
good.
that was like the end of the.
It was a
good
very high
films.
point at the very end of really good filmmaking because eventually all the films became exactly that. Like this
Yes.
CGI just became tiresome because it's all the same
Well,
in
and
my eyes.
the reason those became good is because you guys, I know Brady and Sav probably haven't, but you guys have seen the prequels and how those compared to the original Star Wars movies were absolutely terrible because it's next to no story writing. It was all about the CGI and the action. They kind of counteracted the CGI or used the CGI and the good story writing sort of thing, and those are
Mhm.
the films that really took
Right.
off. I'm sorry, Sav. You were just about out of here.
5
and then
more
we got
minutes and we
distracted.
were going to go.
Well, on that note,
On that note,
Bye.
Bye.
my ass hurts of these herpes.